students.
So last part of the chapter is combinations. So we'll do combinations and few problems based on it. Right.
Sir, I'm not able to see your screen, sir.
Just a minute. Yeah. So listen. So when will you apply the concept of permutation? So if suppose a question is given, how will you know you're supposed to solve using permutation? Like what are the keywords that will be given in the question? The keywords would be formed, arranged, permutations, like these kind of words will be used where you will understand that you're supposed to apply permutation. Okay. But when it comes to miscellaneous problems, you will not know whether you need to apply permutations or combination. You need to have a clarity of it. Unless you have a clarity, you will not understand when to apply permutation and when to apply combination. So combination is a process where you select objects. Okay. So in permutations, what you do is you arrange objects. You're able to understand. So if the objects are arranged in a particular pattern, then we deal with NPR. Permutation means this one. This is the formula I'm trying to say. In a similar way, you have a formula for combination. Instead of P, we will be replacing it with NCR. Let me explain what is the meaning of it. Okay. Now listen. Suppose, so let's read out an example. Okay. So let us assume that there is a group of 3 lawn tennis players, X, Y, and Z. So a team consisting of 2 players is to be formed. So you need to form a team which consists of 2 players. In how many ways can you do so? Tell me. So how many players do you have? You have 3 players. Who are they? X, Y, and Z. The requirement is what? A team of 2. So when they say a team of 2, what are all the combinations that are possible?
X, Y.
So X and Y can be in a team, or Y and Z can be in a team, and Z and X can be in a team. Right? This is the case. So in this case, does XY and YX make a difference?
No, sir.
Right? So here, what is not important?
Order.
It is the order. So when you talk about combination, what did you do? You actually formed a team. You selected few people. So you select few people and you put them in a team. Just give me a minute, okay? Right. So it here order is not important. That is what happens in combination. Okay. Whereas in permutation, what is important? It is the order that is going to be important. So you got 3, right? So now let me tell you one thing. So when you talk about permutation, Okay, now I'm going to create a relation between permutation and combination. If n objects are there in hand, okay, if n objects are there and r objects are to be arranged. Okay, I'm repeating it again. You have n objects and all the objects are distinct. Okay, all the objects are distinct and you need to arrange R objects. Okay, in how many ways can you do this?
N into R.
It is not n into R. We were doing, I've written the heading. Again, you're doing the same mistake. What is it? So you have n distinct objects and R or objects are to be arranged. In how many ways can you do?
NPR.
It is NPR. Arranged. Arranged means permutation. Out of the n distinct objects, you are going to arrange R objects. Right? So, for this NPR, can I say like this? You are going to select R objects from how many objects? See, listen. N distinct objects from which R objects are to be arranged. So you people told me the answer is NPR, right? Now the question is, for this NPR, can I say you need to select the objects? So how many objects will you select? You have n objects, from which how many objects are needed? R objects, right? So select how many objects? Select the R objects and arrange the R objects among themselves. Does it make sense? So you're able to understand what I'm trying to say. NPR, so for you to arrange something, before you arrange, you need to pick. So picking is nothing but selection. Is that right? Are you guys able to understand what I'm trying to say? So you need to select the R objects and arrange the R objects among themselves. So NPR is equal to, as of now, I'm leaving a blank space for selection. How will you arrange the R objects among themselves? You have R objects in your hand. You have to arrange the R objects among themselves. How will you do?
Sir, could you repeat the question?
I didn't get it.
Could you repeat the question, sir?
I'm saying you have selected R objects from how much? Okay, let's say there is a lot like this, okay?
N, sir. From R objects from N.
Yes. So imagine like this, there is a lot, okay? There are balls which are numbered from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this, you say you have n objects, okay? Or else I will put 10 objects. So how many balls? You have 10 different balls. Now I'm giving you a task. From that box of 10 different balls, you take 5 balls and arrange them. Okay. So how many blank spaces will you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, right?
5, sir.
So in the 5, here how many objects can you place? 10.
10.
Here?
9,
9,
8, 7.
7, 6.
So 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 is equal to 10p5. Can I put it like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I can put it as 10p5. So I have arranged. So for me to arrange, what is the first important task? Even before I start arranging them, what do I need to do? I need to pick them first. So here by putting 10, am I meaning the 10th ball should be put here, or any of the 10 balls can be put there?
Any of the 10 balls.
Any of the 10 balls can be put. Right. So if you're going to put any of the 10 balls, you will choose any one of the 10 balls. It can be a first ball, it can be a second ball, it can be anything. Suppose I put first ball here, I cannot use the first ball anywhere else because I've already used it, exhausted. 2, let's say 3, 5, and 4. I can put, how many combinations how many such arrangements are possible? That is 10p5. Are you guys able to understand till this point? So what I'm trying to say is this 10p5, logically, what is the practical process you're following? You're taking any 5 balls. You're selecting 5 balls and you're arranging the selected 5 balls among themselves. Are you guys able to understand? See, this is a practical process that you are following. Is it clear till this step?
Sir,
Yeah.
in 10p5, sir.
Mhm.
So, for example, let it be xpy, sir. So, x will be the maximum value, sir, and y will be the output, sir. Like, suppose output.
Y will be the number of blank spaces.
Yes, sir. That's only I said it as output, sir.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Okay. So, are you guys clear till this point?
Yes, sir.
So, you need to select 5 balls and you need to arrange the 5 balls among themselves. So, this 10p5, as of now, I'm not disturbing the selection. So, selection is a process into how many ways can you arrange the 5 balls among themselves. Means the meaning of it is how many balls I have and how many balls should I arrange. I have 5 blank spaces, and how many balls do I have in my hand? 5. So I can do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What is this? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1?
5 factorial.
5 factorial.
It is 5 factorial. So can I say arrangement, that is permutation, is equal to selection into arrangement of selected objects. Are you guys able to understand my statement? So arrangements, it is a general arrangement, is equal to, first you need to do the process of selection into, after you do the selection, you arrange the selected objects among themselves. Now what I'm going to do is, instead of 10, I'm going to write n. So n, p, r will be equal to selection. So how many balls did you select? R balls. So R objects should be arranged among themselves. So when 5 objects were arranged among themselves, it was 5 factorial. Now here you will have R factorial. Are you guys able to understand this? So I've taken an example. Instead of 10, it is n. Instead of 5, it is R, is equal to selection into 5 factorial. It's nothing but R factorial. I'm coming in the reverse process. Instead of teaching you the formula, I'm actually deriving this. Are you guys able to understand till here?
Yes,
So
sir.
can I write selection is equal to NPR divided by R factorial? And the selection is what is called as combination. And this combination is given by the formula NCR is equal to NPR divided by R factorial. This is going to be the mathematical formula for NCR. Okay. So NCR will be equal to NPR. How will I write? N factorial by N minus R factorial, the whole divided by R factorial. So NCR is equal to, going forward, we'll be using this formula, n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So when will you use NCR? When you need to select. Are you able to understand till here? So instead of memorizing it like a formula, I've given you the logic of it. Is it clear? Yes
sir.
or no? Yeah. So make a note of it. So going forward, this will be the formula. So what is the meaning of NCR is, write it down. Selecting R objects from n distinct objects where n is greater than or at the max equal to r. So you need to select R objects from n. This word is very important. It is applicable only when you have distinct objects. So if you're clear with this, we'll do few problems.
So I have a doubt.
Yeah, tell me.
So, sir, for example, they give one object, sir, and like they say to arrange that object in different ways, then we can't use combination, sir, since it's not a
See,
distinct
if it is
object.
only one object, how can you select one object and arrange one object? It is possible only in one way.
Yes, sir.
One object, and you will arrange one object. In how many ways is it possible? It is only one way. So means it's 100% sure you are going to do it like this only. It doesn't apply for one object.
So can you give an example, like to differentiate between where to use permutation, where to use
You will understand once I solve the problems.
Okay, sir.
Okay, shall we start? So once I start solving, you will understand. Don't worry about it. So let's do a few problems. Okay. 1 minute. Now see. NC9
Sir,
is equal to NC. Tell me.
sir, Bhavadayan is asking to repeat the derivation, sir. Her mic is not working, sir, so she texted in the chat box, sir.
Okay. Bhavadayan, you are there, right? You first do the problems, then I will again repeat it, okay? First, let's do some problems, or else it will get late. Naveen. So, tell me how to do. Further, in as of now, remember NCR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Have that in mind. So NC9 will be what? N factorial by n minus 9 factorial into 9 factorial is equal to n factorial by n minus 8 factorial into 8 factorial. Is it clear till this step? So what will get cancelled? N factorial is gone. 1 divided by, out of n minus 9 factorial and n minus 8 factorial, which is bigger?
N minus 8.
Yes. So it is n minus 9 factorial. Out of 9 and 8, obviously 9 is bigger. So 9 into 8 factorial is equal to 1 divided by n minus 8 into n minus 9 factorial into 8 factorial. So 8 factorial is gone. N minus 9 factorial is gone. So n minus 8 is equal to 9. N will be equal to,
Came.
sorry,
How n minus 9 factorial came, sir?
n minus 9 is small.
No, sir, how n minus 9 factorial came, sir?
What is the formula?
N minus r factorial. I mean, n factorial
N minus 9 factorial.
No, sir, no RHS, sir. Second step RHS, sir. N minus 8 into n minus 9 factorial.
Yes, n minus 8 into, you are supposed to multiply with the next number by decreasing 1, no? N minus 8 minus 1.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear? So n is equal to 17. Okay. So now you people ask me when to use combination. How will you know? See, this exercise is about combination. So it's not a big deal, but understand. So a committee of 3 persons is to be constituted from a group of 2 men and 3 women. So generally when you want to form a committee, will you do selection or will you do arrangement? Suppose you people are there. Like 10 of you are there in the class.
Selection, sir.
Let's say I want a representative and an associate representative. In how many ways can I do this?
You have to select, sir.
So I have to select, no? How many people do I need? See, forget about this question. As of now, answer my question. 10 of you are there. I need a representative. I need an associate representative. Okay. Here, obviously, I cannot repeat. I cannot say the same person is representative. So I need 2 people. So 2 blank spaces.
10, 9.
Here I can pick any of the 10. Here I can pick the remaining 9.
So 10 C2, sir.
It is 90. It is 90 is nothing but 10C2. If you want, you can check what is 10C2. 10C2 is 10 factorial by 10 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Accepted?
Yes, sir.
So 10 factorial divided by 8 factorial into 2 factorial.
Yes, sir.
That should be 45, sir.
It should be 45. Wait.
Sir, 8 factorial and 2 factorial is 10 factorial, no, sir.
10 into 9 divided by 2. It should be 45. Representative and an associate representative. But nothing is wrong. Okay. 10 into 9. Here actually what I did is arrangement. I mean, yes. I'm saying any of the 10 persons can be placed here. I did arrangement, I'm sorry. Actually, I got 10p2. So why by 2 is coming? Okay, let's see. I'll explain it later. So what I'm trying to say is, if I need to select something, okay, here you're able to understand why it is selection, because you want a committee to be formed. What are the keywords I told you? What are the keywords I told you? Formed. Where is it? Select objects, or you will see the keywords like formed or how many combinations are possible. These are all the keywords that are used for combination. Okay. Now see. So a committee of 3 persons is to be constituted from a group of 2 men and 5 women. So how many people do you have in your hand?
7 people.
How 7?
5, sir.
Sir,
It is 2 plus 3,
2 men and
5.
3 women, no, sir.
2 men and 3 women. 2 plus 3, 5.
Five.
You have 5 persons. From these 5 people, how many member committee do you need?
2.
So from the 5 members, you will choose 3 members. You're able to understand? From the 5 members, you will choose 3 members. It is going to be 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 3 factorial. Is it clear?
10, sir.
So you can do it in 10 ways. Okay. So how we can do is, if you want to see, since 10 is a small number, we can actually write and see. Man 1 and man 2, woman 1, woman 2, and woman 3. So what are all the ways you will choose? M1, M2, W1. M1, M2, W2. M1,
Sir,
M2.
I have a
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
2 women and
There
1
should
man.
be 2 women and 1 man, no, sir.
But you're taking
Where have they mentioned?
In the end, they have mentioned, no, sir. How many would consider one man and two?
I'm talking about this part. There is one more question. No, in how many ways can this be done? It can be done in 10 ways. How many
Okay,
of
sir.
these committee? See, this is a sub part of the question. Okay, I'm still answering the first part only. Try to understand. I can choose man 1, man 2, and W1, man 1, man 2, and W2, man 1, man 2, and W3. Or else what can I do? M2, W1, and W2, M2, W1, and W3. Then I can
M2,
fix
W2,
M1,
and
W1,
W.
W2, M1, W1, W3. Then what can I do? Or I can choose only, so how many are over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 3 more combinations.
Sir, M2, W2, W3.
M2, W2,
W1.
M2, W2, W1. Is it repeated?
It's repeated, sir. Sorry.
M2, W2, W1 is repeated. So that is not a selection process. So what else is possible?
So M1, W2, W3.
M1, W2, W3. How many are over? 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more.
Sir, W1, W2, W3.
I wrote it, no? No, I didn't write. Okay. So you're able to understand. So these are all the 10 ways in which you can do. So instead of sitting and writing this whole process, we have a formula. That's it. I hope you're able to understand what this combination means. Right. Now they're imposing a condition. How many of these committee members, how many of these committees would consist of one man and 2 women? So out of all these committees, see, this is one committee, this is one committee. These are all the different combinations that are possible. So in all those combinations, since we have already written, what is the condition they're imposing? They want only 1 man and 2 women. So how many such are there?
6, sir.
Where are they? 1 man and 2 women. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right? So 6 is what you got because you wrote the list. If suppose you didn't write the list, then how will you apply it? So out of the 2 men available, how many men are required?
1 man.
So from the 2 men available, you will choose 1 man. And here it is and operation. Okay, because it should be a subsequent process. And from the available 3 women, how many women will you choose?
2.
Did you understand what I did? See, I'm repeating it again, guys. Listen. The number of objects you have in your hand, the number of objects to be selected. So if I say selected, C, you can remember like this. C is used for chosen also, or choosing. So from the 2 men available, you are choosing 1 man. From the 3 women available, you are choosing 2 women. So what is 2C1? 2C1, if you check it is 2, and 3C2, if you check it is 3, it will be 6. Are you guys able to understand this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Shall I proceed to the next one?
Okay, sir.
Sure. So now, let's start with Rohan. Rohan, you try this question, okay?
This one, sir. Okay,
Yes.
sir.
What is the number of ways of choosing? Mithun, you will be next, okay? What is the number of ways of choosing 4 cards from a deck of 52 playing cards? In how many of these 4 cards are of the same suit?
So, sir, first I should tell the total number of ways, sir.
Yes. First, you have to answer this. Then you have to answer this condition. So, what is the number of ways of choosing? Choosing means combination. This is the keyword. So, please make a note, guys. Choosing means combination. Okay. So, how many cards are you supposed to choose?
52
4
C4, sir.
As simple as that. That's it. So, you have 52 cards in your hand. Your work is to choose 4 cards. So, that will be 52 factorial divided by 48 factorial into 4 factorial. That will be 52 into 51 into 50 into 49 divided by 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Calculation part, you do it later. I hope the first part is easy, right? Next.
Sir.
In how many ways, now they are imposing a condition. In how many of these 4 cards are of the same suit?
So, same suit in the sense?
Design.
So, sir, 13 C4.
Yes. So, you will have 13 cards of the same design.
Yes, sir.
So, 13C4.
4.
That's it. Okay, 13C4. These are the number of ways of choosing 4 cards of same suit. See, guys, please understand this. This topic is very important for you to understand probability. Last chapter, it will not be like how you learned last year. Okay, we'll be using combinations and all. So please concentrate. Next, 4 cards belong to 4 different suits. Means from each suit, how many cards do I need?
1 card, sir.
1 card, right?
13 C1 4 times.
So 13C1 into 13C1 into 13C1 into
13 C1, sir.
So this
Be
means
13 raised to the power 4, sir.
yes, 4 cards of 4 different suits. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
You guys are able to visualize, right? Okay, that's right. Shall I move on to the next one then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mithun,
Yes, sir.
so after Mithun, wait, I'll tell the name also. After Mithun, Harshita will answer. Okay. Oh, still the question is not over. Huh? Okay, this part tell me. Or face cards. So how many face cards do you have?
The face cards, sir.
Yes.
Sir, 12 face cards are there, no, sir, in cards.
What are the 12 face cards?
The 12 face cards are Jack, Queen, King into 3,
Yes.
into 4.
JQK.
Into 4, sir.
So JQK into 4. So you have 12 face
12
cards. That's
face
right.
cards, sir.
So what are they asking? In those 12 face cards, you need to choose 4 cards out of the 12 face cards.
12 C4, sir.
As simple as that. That's right. So this is the answer for the 4th one. That's right. 5th one. 2 are red cards and 2 are black cards.
Sir, I have an idea, sir. Sir, we can do 26C2 the whole square, no, sir.
Which one? This one?
Yes, sir, for the 4th one. No, 4th one, sir. 4th subdivision. Next.
4th. Okay. No, you tell me. No, you have 2 are red cards. So how many red cards are there?
26, sir.
So 26.
Sir. C2. The whole square.
Yes, into 26. So instead of writing like this, write this
Not
into
it,
because
Okay,
You
sir.
will understand that it is AND operation. Then you write 26C2 whole square. That's right.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Don't report the answer like this. Go like this. Next. Fifth one. Cards are of the same color. See, this is where you need to be careful. Okay. How many cards are there of the same color?
Sir, 4, sir. 26C4, sir.
No, 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 no. You have to read this question as separate question. Out of the
4
52
cards.
cards, out of the 52 cards, how many cards are of the same color?
26, sir.
52C26.
So, so 26 cards will be of the same color. They want of the same color. Either out of the black, you can choose all the 4.
That's only the 26C4, sir.
That's it, huh?
No, sir. 26C4 plus 26C4 because red and black is there, no, sir.
It is 26C4. Why did you use plus?
Sir, because they are asking cards of same color, sir.
So here you are using OR.
Yes, sir.
Means you can, from the 26 black card, you can completely choose all the 4 cards to be black, or from the 26 red cards, you can choose all the 4 cards to be of red. So OR means it is a plus symbol. So please be careful.
2 into 26C4, no, sir.
Yes, 2 into 26.
Okay, sir.
You need not worry about this thing. This is more important.
This one,
Okay. Yes. Harshita?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. NC8 is equal to NC2. So n factorial by
N factorial by n minus 8 factorial into 8 factorial
into 8 factorial is equal to
equal to n factorial by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial.
into 2 factorial. This and this will get cancelled. 1 divided by, out of n minus 8 and n minus 2, which is bigger?
N minus 8.
Oh, they're asking what is find NC2.
NC2.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. So, listen, I have to teach you a property. Cannot do this problem because it goes lengthy.
Okay, sir.
Just a minute. I will explain the concept, then you can try it out. Okay. So, there are certain remarks given. So, there are certain remarks given. NCR. So, we know that NCR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Then can I write n factorial divided by n minus r factorial is equal to NCR into r factorial. So that's what they've given
Yes,
us.
sir.
So it's a simple thing. It's a small rearrangement. There is nothing much for us to discuss. Second, we define NC naught as 1. Okay. N C0 is equal to 1. This also you can derive n factorial by n minus 0 factorial into 0 factorial. So n factorial by n factorial. What is 0 factorial? It is 1. This and this will get cancelled. Answer will be 1. So NC0 is 1. The meaning of it is the number of combinations of n different things taking nothing at all. Means you have n objects in your hand. You're choosing nothing. In how many ways can you do that? You can do it in one way. The one way is to sit idle. That's it. You're able to understand. So you have n different objects. You're choosing nothing. Okay. That can be done only in one way. That is the meaning of it. So NC naught is 1 I have derived and shown. So this is over. This is a very, very, very important condition. Okay. Though it is given as a property, you apply it at many places. It is a very, very important property. Make a note of it. NCR is equal to NCN minus R. Okay. NCR is equal to NCN minus R. For example, NC8 is equal to NCN minus 8. Or I can take another example. 10C8 is same as 10C, how much?
2.
It is 10C. Means you have to subtract this and this. It can be easily proved. Nothing so complicated. It can be easily proved. I'll prove and show you. See. NCR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Let me call this as equation number 1. What is nc n minus r? That is n factorial divided by n minus of n minus r factorial into n minus r factorial. Means I'm treating n minus r as some r. Okay. So n factorial divided by n minus n means this and this will get cancelled. Minus of minus plus r factorial into n minus r factorial. Are you clear with this? So NCR is generating the same result as NCN minus R. Are they both not the same?
Then we can substitute.
Yes, you can use. They both are the same. You can use. That is the reason this property is there. Okay. And the last property of all is NCA. If NCA is equal to NCB, then that is possible only under two circumstances. One is when A is equal to B, or the sum of A and B is equal to N. It is equal to the total number of objects that are present. Okay. So I'm repeating it again. NCA is equal to NCB if A is equal to B, or the sum of A and B is equal to N. Okay. Make a note of that.
Sir, if A is equal to B means NC and NC will get cancelled, sir, on both sides.
That is not the case. See, if I give you 10CA is equal to 10CB, then they both can be same if A is equal to B is equal to 2. I'm just taking the 2 some random number. Or A plus B should be equal to 10. The meaning of it is, if A is taking a value of 1, then B will take a value of 9. So what they are saying is 10C1 is equal to 10C9. That's what the previous property was telling us. If suppose A is 2, then B will be 8. So 10C2 is equal to 10C8. Again, this is what the previous property told. NCR is equal to NCN minus R.
Sir, suppose if it is 20C2 means, then RHS it will be 20C18, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I hope it is clear till this step. So these are all simple properties only, but you need to remember them to apply it. Okay. See, the next chapter is completely dependent on combinations only. So please make sure your clarity is good. Next, the theorem number 6 is NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to N plus 1 CR. The proof for this I'll show you tomorrow. Let's not waste time now. Okay, as of now, have this in mind. NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to N plus 1 CR. So what is it? NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to N plus 1 CR. For example, 10C2 plus 10C1 will be equal to how much? 11 C 2. 11C, that is N plus 1. N is 10, N plus 1 is 11, CR is 2. Okay. 10C2 plus 10C1 will be equal to 11C2. Are you guys able to understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Remind me, tomorrow I'll explain the proof for sure. Okay. Now, Harshita, can you tell me now? NC8 is equal to NC2. Right?
Yes, sir.
What we will do is, we know that NCR is equal to fourth property. NCR is equal to NCN minus R. So when I write it like this, then NC8, can I write it as NCN minus 2?
Yes, sir.
Why did I write N minus 2? NC8, I didn't disturb. What did I do? Can you explain? This NCN minus 2, what did I do? This NCN minus 2, I wrote it as, sorry, this NC2, I wrote it as NCN minus 2. Okay. The reason for this is since NC2 is equal to NC n minus 2. Okay. And we also know that what is the fifth property? NCA is equal to NCB implies A plus B is equal to how much?
N.
N. So here, what is A?
8.
So 8 plus n minus 2 should be equal to how much?
N.
N. Or, so A plus B should be equal to N, or A should be equal to B. If I see, I'll show you both the possibilities. Or can I write 8 is equal to n minus 2? Are you guys able to understand? So if I take A plus B is equal to n, then what is the disadvantages? N and n will get cancelled. I'll get 6 is equal to 1, which is a mathematical absurd. I cannot take this. Now what can I do? I can take 8 is equal to n minus 2, then what will be the value of n?
N.
10. So what are they asking to find?
C. NC2.
NC2 is nothing but 10C2. What is 10C2?
10 factorial by 10.
It is 10 into 9 and 10, yes, 10 factorial by 8 factorial into 2 factorial.
Sir.
Okay, it is 45. Okay, you can mute yourself. Are you guys able to understand what I did? So the answer to this is 45. Now, next problem. So how to do this one? 2nC2
So I have a
is
doubt
2n.
in the last problem.
Yeah, tell me.
Why did we first convert it to NC n minus r, sir? We could directly add it, no?
You could have
A
done that.
plus B.
Yeah, we could have actually done that. I'm sorry. I just wanted to apply the properties, so I explained.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you could have actually added it. 8 plus 2 is equal to 10, so 10C2 is 45. 2nC2 is to nC2 is equal to 12 is to 1. This one. So it will be 2n factorial by 2n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial, the whole divided by n factorial by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial is equal to 12 divided by 1. Is it right? So how to solve this? So what will get cancelled in the first place? 2 factorial and 2 factorial are gone. So 2n factorial into okay. So what are they asking? Determine n. 2nC2 is equal to So how will you solve this? So 2n factorial by 2n minus 2
So
factorial.
we can cancel n factorial, sir.
You cannot cancel it. Because 2n factorial means it is 2n into 2n minus 1 into so on, right? Don't do that.
Okay, sir.
1 minute.
So can we take 2 common in the numerator, sir?
That's what. 1 minute. So what can we do is, let me try. So 2n factorial, let's write it as 2n into 2n minus 1 into 2n minus 2. Wait, I made a mistake. Wait. So it is 2n into 2n minus 1 into 2n minus 2 factorial, the whole divided by 2n minus 2 factorial, divided by n factorial. I can write it as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial by n minus 2 factorial. Can I write it like this? Is equal to 12 divided by 1. So n minus 2 factorial gets cancelled. Similarly, 2n minus 2 factorial gets cancelled. Now, what else can we do? Now you can cancel n and n. So this 2 will cancel this 6 times. So what is left out, guys? 2n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 is equal to 6, which implies 2n minus 1 is equal to 6n minus 6, which implies 4n is equal to, did I miss something? 1 minute. 2n factorial divided by 2n minus 2 factorial. Is anyone having a textbook in your hand? Does
Yes,
anyone
sir.
have? Can you check what is the question? Because see, 4n is equal to 5. I'm getting n as a fraction. I doubt this question.
Yes, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
So this is second question only, no, sir?
Yeah, second one. Page 153
It's
in your
2nc by 3, sir. 2nc by 3 is 2nc by 3.
It is 2nc3, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, there is a printing mistake here, guys. Okay, I took it from online. So 2nc3 is the question. If that is the case, I hope you guys are able to understand. So what I did is I just one minute. So 2nc3 means it is 2n factorial divided by 2n minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial is 2. N factorial by n minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. This and this will get cancelled is equal to 12 divided by 1. Right. So this can be written as 2n into 2n minus 1 into 2n minus 2 into 2n minus 3 factorial, the whole divided by 2n minus 3 factorial, the whole divided by n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 factorial, the whole divided by n minus 3 factorial. So this and this will get cancelled. So this will be equal to 12 divided by 1. Is it clear till this step? So 2n minus 3 factorial and this will get cancelled. N and n are gone. So from 2n minus 1, I can write it as 2 into n minus 1. So what will get cancelled? N minus 1 and n minus 1 gets cancelled. So what is left out in the numerator?
4n
2
minus 4.
into 2. So 4 into 2n minus 1, the whole
4n
divided
minus
by. Can I write it like this? So 3n minus 9 is equal to 2n minus 2. N is equal to 7. So this is the requirement. Okay. So I understood the question is wrong because n I got it as a fractional value. N should be an integer. So make a note of it. Wait. Here it is n minus 2, right? It is n minus 2. So n minus 2 means 2n minus 1 is equal to 3n minus 6. So n will be equal to 5. It is not 7, it is 5. Okay. So this is the required answer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we'll stop with this. The remaining problems we'll complete it tomorrow. You guys also practice so that you'll understand. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'm winding up this session.
Sir, physics class 7:15, sir.
Yeah, we'll have around 7:10. We'll have.
Okay, sir.